So Dave and I flew back from London, landed in Vancouver, and we left Dave's TRX there, and we were like, well, we'll just drive to Kelowna. And it's the middle of June.
Yep.
Right? It's the middle of June? It's the middle of June.
Wait, bro, it's fully snowing, like it's slippery.
Oh, it's covered. Like, what the hell? And this is a prime example as to why they run snow tires so late into the season. Yet, even though you don't need snow tires legally, you should always check weather conditions. We're going dead slow right now because
The ground's actually frozen. It's below zero, so it's below freezing right now. And this is all downhill.
yeah, dangerous for that rig. This is how rigs get jackknifed and ends up with all the problems up here.
The trick is just to go slow. Like, you're gonna lose time, but like, it's when people are like, well, I'm just gonna keep on doing the speed limit, or like a little bit below, they'll start to pass us.
Yeah.
We've already seen 3 cars in the ditch.
Well, look at this guy. It's crazy. This is wild.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
This is June 17th. Well, road subject to dense fog. We're not worried about that at the moment. Well, it could be. Look, it could be foggy up there. Well, good thing we got the TRX, eh?
Yeah,
Are these tires good that you have?
Not really. I mean, they're all season, but they're not great.
They're not full snow tires.
No.
Does it feel slippery?
Not bad. It's not so much us I worry about, it's everybody around us, right?
Well, the one thing is you don't want to be a super gung-ho and get in this lane and pass everybody. And then you're going down the hill and find out the rig's sliding at you at 80 kilometers an hour and can't stop.
Oh, someone's going to pass now.
There's always some cocky bastard.
It's not even that bad.
It's pretty bad.
This is crazy, bro. Like, what the hell is happening right now?
Well, it's like we went
June
that...
18th.
Dude, it's like we went into a time machine. This is like full-blown winter.
It was just sunny when we were in Merritt. It was like sunny and warm and like 18 degrees.
Yeah. This is a mind fuck for sure. Good luck with that, buddy. Good morning, you guys. Beautiful day out today here in Kelowna. Look at this. Look at this. Today we're on a bit of a mission. It is time to rotate the cars a bit. So the Senna is going to go into our truck and trailer, ship that thing back down south to Compton, and I'm gonna have a couple of cars from Compton, once this thing arrives, shipped back up to Kelowna. We'll have a bit of a rotation. Like I said before, we rotate the cars quite a bit. Haven't always filmed it, and yeah, I just figured I'd show you guys a little bit more of the behind the scenes of what it's like to manage, obviously, as a Canadian parent main corporation. We do need to rotate the cars between our sister company, so to speak, in California. So yeah, maybe soon enough, this Lamborghini sign will actually have a Lamborghini under it. Which one though? That is the question. We called Mike and Tim yesterday to kind of get an update on what's going on with the cars. Mike's still in the process of finishing up the center console on the KB43 Huracan because of obviously the new rally style gear lever and obviously the handbrake. We tore that whole console apart, so we had to build a custom one to house all of those components again. All the infotainment and the switches for the windows and stuff like that. But he's almost done that. So in the meantime, we need to jump in this beast, put some heat in the engine, and get our butt over to August Luxury Motorcars. That's where my truck was left. And I think I can probably get a pretty good cold start view for you guys if I put the camera like right there. We go. It sticks to my bend pack. All right, cold start real quick. love the Senna. It is just so much fun to drive all the time. This thing also has a DDE UFO custom plate sitting in California. I forgot to put on it before it came up here, which is why it doesn't have the plate on it. I noticed somebody in the comments said, "Where's the DDE UFO plate?" Well, I forgot it. Reverse. There we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous day though to go drive across town. Gonna close this garage and open the gate behind me. That should do the trick. Get this thing up to temp and we'll have a fun, spirited little drive into town. Now, I only have one way to really go up and down my street, and it's down now. If you go up now, they just put in all these massive, massive speed bumps. So, I think when I lift up, I probably wouldn't even make it over them, which is kind of crazy. They are huge. We got what we call Fryer hairpin right here.
Lifting these guys.
Oh, you just wait. When we get it in here, I'm gonna have to crawl out of that door to get out of here because it doesn't go up because of the sides of the sides of the trailer. Yeah, I did it to get it out, and it was the door only opens about, well, barely enough. I've lost some weight, so
That's all you got.
that's all you got for a window. You ain't getting out of that.
Oh, I lost some weight too, and I still won't fit.
You look great.
Thanks.
We're all on summer bods.
Summer bods, shave the beard off.
Yeah, I like the mustache.
Well, we've never been off. Ever.
No. Ever? How long?
Well, since it was Peach Fuzz, man.
Peach Fuzz, I love it. Well, I took it out of race mode, so that's gonna help. I drive this thing around in race mode in town sometimes because, well, I can. You just have to know where you're going because there's no front lift and you can't raise the car. It takes about 60 seconds to take it out of race mode. So we gotta go to Billionaire Mike's desk. By the way, look what they have at August. 722S Roadster. These things are cool. Very, very cool. In fact, you wanna see something cool? The boys are all they all went to a track event. And I, unfortunately, am shipping this thing back today, so I'm not gonna go to it. But check this out. If you ever looked at the door on a 722S Roadster, this A-pillar actually opens with the door. That's why it's got a hinge here. It's the most unique thing ever. Look at that. Isn't that interesting how that works like that? It's just the coolest thing ever. And of course the hood, when it opens, slides down and opens up this way, like a Cofango. Pretty wild, hey? You won't see many cars where the A-pillar is split and opens up with the door, attached to the door with the mirror. Anyhow, nice car. Very, very nice. For sale here at August. If anybody is in the market for, well, a 722 Roadster. I thought about buying an SLR at one time. Obviously not a 722, but they're pretty cool. Have you had a good look at it? Like how the A-pillar opens with the door?
Yeah, they're wild.
And that front, it's like a whole front carbon Cofango that opens up.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Different feel driving it for sure. Like
Dude, it's a rocket from back in the day, but it's a pig now.
Yeah.
It's awful brakes. Even though there's ceramic brakes.
It's definitely a bit dated, but
yeah,
it's freaking cool too.
Yeah, F1 technology in it, like from back then. Oh, pretty cool. I'm gonna go into Mike's office and grab my truck keys and, I don't know, take any personal effects of his. See what we have in here. They are at Area 27, tracking it up. Well, that's easy. This is this, and apparently that's a spare key. Damon, spare key, TRX. Perfect. What's he got in this fridge? Oh, dirty. Got the bowls. Running with the bulls. I'm gonna avoid that. I think I'll just get a coffee. Try not to drink as many energy drinks these days. You know that? We had quite a run of being supported by energy drinks to get through our long and strenuous days of filming. By the way, I still need to make a decision. Do I pick up the infamous blue manual LP640? You guys comment below. I do need to make a decision at some point. I don't know, man. I already got a manual Mercy. Do I really need the LP? I mean, the LP is so sick. I could regret it if I don't buy it, because 10 years from now, I'm sure it'll be worth double. Into the light. All right. Let's do this, Roy. One of these is obviously the lock right here. We can open this bad boy up and shove the Senna back in it. Yeah, that door is not light. Well, I'm gonna miss it in Kelowna, but it's a lot funner in California.
I can imagine.
Putting around here is slow. Like, just the speed limits here are slow. At least on the freeway in Cali, you can, you know, do what everyone's doing. You can do like 80 and not get a ticket. The cops are like, whatever, it's the flow of traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, if you do 80 kilometers an hour, forget 80 miles, you're probably gonna have your car taken away from you. So let's just send it back to Cali where I can have some more fun with it. We'll bring another car back to cruise around town. Oh my God, I feel like I'm already back in California. The cops are following us. Well, we got a new problem. Battery's dead. No juice.
David, before we put another car on here, let's put this on here first. It may be right.
Oh, there's no way. It's a diesel. This thing ain't turning over.
That is a snap-on
Nothing
booster.
ventured, nothing gained. If we do this and it doesn't work, then we can rule out that that didn't work.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Oh, that's the neck, that side.
I don't know if there would be no lights if the key confirms now.
No, there should be lights. It's clearly off. It's gonna...
Okay. Wait for the glow plug to go out.
There you go. Now it's turning on, right? Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
What was that? Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Wow.
No.
No.
All right, I'll go and get the keys to GMC.
Okay.
And then we'll,
It's dead.
yeah. Well, it's no problem. There's lots of that going on here.
All right, here we go, guys. You guys get to laugh. Okay, you want to film? Just aim it at the car. You can get in there, guide me in, and then you can film me weaseling my butt out of this door.
You bet.
You'll get a kick out of this, Roy. Watch this. That's it. That's all she wrote. You want to run around to the backside and we'll see if we can show these guys what it's
Yep.
like? This is it. This is all I got.
Oh, you gotta go again.
No worries. All right. This is all I got. don't know what the best attack angle is. I got a cramp in my right arm already.
It reminds me of what's that?
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, exactly. Ace Ventura.
Oh. Oh. I left the key in it. That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it shows the battery level there, but I don't think it's enough juice to get it started because it's still not wanting to start. We got Stewart's helping out here, trying to hook up to the auxiliary battery, and we have the truck hooked up here. You cursed my truck.
I didn't do anything.
I've never had an issue with my truck. You come over, touch my truck once.
Try it again. I was at my truck and I heard you trying to start this thing.
What'd you do to my truck?
Yo, man. I didn't touch anything.
Straight up, like it was trying to start and it wouldn't start.
Well, I was making that. Anyway, we're comparing because his is level 2, mine's level 1. So you've got speakers here, you got comfort access door handles. Life's hard. Everyone should feel bad for me immediately right now.
You have all
There's
this, you have all this
different
stuff though, right? All the axle lock stuff?
Oh yeah, it's all the same. It's just like a comfort feature. There's nothing like, and you got a digital mirror. I don't have that. But I actually don't like the digital mirror. I prefer just a regular one.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never used that. Pretty wild.
But you have T-Rex on the side. I don't have that. It's here stock exhaust.
What'd you do to my fucking truck?
Touch it.
Dude, that's so weird. This thing starts perfectly every time. Never had an issue. Dave comes over, touches my truck, and it literally won't start.
Anyway, have a good night.
Later.
We just saw Bad Boys 2, had a little movie date. Or Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys 4. The third one was complete trash. The fourth one was actually, to be fair, really good. A lot of funny scenes in it, a lot of cameos from actually, believe it or not, like YouTubers, which is weird. That sounds pretty good stuff. You want to hear a loud one? That's a quiet one. And hold on, make sure there's no babies around. Ready for it? So that was last night. Went and saw Bad Boys 4 with Damon. It was actually really good. One of the quintessential movies growing up was Bad Boys 1 and 2. The third one was complete garbage. I do wish they made the Porsche choice a cooler model. Like, I guess that as a turbo S, and the first one was a turbo, but like the Ferrari 575 Maranello was really cool in the second one. And anyways, it wasn't the best for that. But good movie, good to hang out with Damon. We don't spend a lot of time together when we're not filming, but you gotta think like we spend a lot of time together when we're away. And we come home, sometimes just want to chill out and, you know, not talk about work stuff, but you know, if we ever hang out, it's always gonna be a work conversation for the most part. But yeah, that was cool. Now, I want to talk about the intent of the Stories channel, because lately in the comment section, a lot of people, not everybody, but there's a big discourse around like, you know, what this should be on this channel. Now, I get sometimes the algorithm will show you a Stories video and you might not know it's on a main channel video, and that is confusing because they're complete different. The intent of the Stories channel is just behind the scenes. Sometimes it's crazy, sometimes things happen on here, sometimes things don't happen. Sometimes it's just a conversation in your living room on a Sunday morning. And for us to post a daily video every single day. I don't care what the content is, it's really hard. But I know there's a lot of you that count on this channel every morning. If you're on the West Coast, 6 a.m. If you're in the UK, it's 2 p.m. But a lot of people, it's part of their daily routine. So the question is, do we not post daily? Do we just make a video, you know, when we feel like it? Do we do one a week? Would that be better? Now, yes, this is a business, and the daily uploads brings in budget. Obviously, we get ad revenue to do things, but we don't, you know, need to post a video every day. I get caught up in looking in the comment section. People be like, you know, I'm going through a lot. Someone's like, I'm going through freaking chemotherapy. I'm stuck in the hospital, and every morning, I have something to look forward to kind of escape what's going on. So then I'm like, well, I have a responsibility because I get it. You know, I was in a bad marriage, and I remember my salvation and my escape was watching a movie on my MacBook in bed. So I would prop a pillow up so the light wouldn't keep my ex-wife awake. And that was like the moment every day I was like, this sounds really lame. This is like the me time. This is where I can escape the reality. And I think for a lot of people, that's what DDE is. Now, not every stories video is going to be a banger. Not every main channel video is going to be a banger. I think about in the UK where we had planned to film and we actually filmed were very different. You know, we couldn't plan for Damon getting sick. We had a plan to have a car that Damon and I were going to drive. We were going to do a bit of a DD delivery on it. But then for me to be able to borrow a car and make the video, it's too hard to do both. Try to navigate through London while driving, while trying to come up with a storyline and all. So anyways, it came out to be a bit different than we originally thought, but we still made videos for you guys. But I want to just take a minute and acknowledge I'll call it the true fan. And that's when people are like, you know, I appreciate every video, and not every video is going to appeal to me, and that's okay. You know, I don't expect people to watch every single video, but I know there's a bunch of you guys that do, and I really appreciate that. So at the back of our minds, we're always looking for like, what's the next big crazy video? What's the next big build? Damon has lots of plans and goals, but you know, sometimes there's going to be times where it's just like, well, everything broke. And you know, the Bentley project, for example, I didn't realize it'd be this complicated. We have the recall issue, which is an actual issue, so I'm dealing with that. Mike was gonna do like some aero on it, kind of like the Murcielago, but he's like, yeah, it's gonna look dumb. So I had to pull the plug on that, and that delayed that. 720 engine got cooked, so it has to get rebuilt right now. Like, there's always problems, SVJ transmission problems, those are all real. And when you have the kind of cars we have, we're talking like a few $1 million in cars, and when they break, it's tens of thousands of dollars. And the only way we pay for that is by making content. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword that way. So long story short, I'm kind of getting long-winded in this. I just want to say, for you guys that support us, regardless of if it's a favorite video or not, I really appreciate it. And for people that don't enjoy the Stories channel, yeah, you don't have to watch it. Like, even me sitting here in the living room right now talking to you guys, honestly, it's boring. I get that. Would I watch this? You know, if I was really bought into a channel, yeah. But if it was a channel I really wasn't die hard into, for sure, I get that. So in the meantime, I got to pack up. Tomorrow morning flight at 5 a.m. We have a big week ahead of us. We've been home for a week. It's been phenomenal. Really need to get back to LA and dial that in because, you know, we really haven't been there much. We did the rally last month. We were in the UK this month. So in the past 2 months, we've been in LA for like 2 weeks, and we have this 30,000 square foot shop that we need to, like, you know, make sense of it. By the way, if you guys want, there's a few of these left at the Gumball 3000 website. This is the Shelsley Walsh Gumball 3000 cap with the Powered by DDE. Pretty cool. I love the merch shop. They have some hats and hoodies and the t-shirts. I think the hoodies and t-shirts are pretty much gone, but those are available right now. Then we have some new stuff coming up. Back to my last comment about the shop. You know, we didn't get this 30,000 square foot building just to have a shop in the back corner. So we want to get things dialed in. We want to host a Cars and Coffee event there. We want to have a store there. But the biggest issue is manpower. As you guys know, if you're an employer anyway, hiring people is really hard, and we've tried hiring people and it hasn't worked out. We hired a mechanic, as you guys know, that didn't work out. We tried to do all these things to find the talent to take it off our plate. But right now, I don't have somebody to go, okay, cool, you're in charge of the store, get the store open. All it comes down to is Damon and I having to deal with that every single time. And with the daily uploads, it's just been really hard to fit in that time. Plus being a future husband, plus being a father. So, you know, that's an excuse because at the end of the day, if you want something to get done, you get it done. So I think this trip, Damon and I are gonna go, okay, what's the plan? What are we doing? What is DDE? What is the HQ for? It's not just building cars. It's also like a community, and I have a vision. of having like a weekly, every Saturday, Big Cars and Coffee. So, you know, every car weekend for the car culture starts off Saturday morning in DDH. It doesn't mean Damon and I will be there, right? There'll be times where we're not there. That doesn't matter. DDE is that car-centric community that brings the car culture together in Los Angeles. And I saw that in the UK. The UK has a crazy car scene. And I went to the Cars and Coffee, basically, it's like it's a restaurant, it's like a melting pot for car people, and that's all it is. This entire business is just for car mates and at a restaurant. I'm like, okay, obviously this is possible, so how do we pull that off? And you know, I'm not sure if a restaurant makes sense, but definitely a coffee shop. You know my story, I spent 12 years at Starbucks, and I do love coffee. And I've worked with farmers, I spent time in growing regions, learning about the culture and the love behind it. So I think it'd be cool to have our own coffee product. And, you know, I wouldn't want to call it a passion project because this is business, but like there's some things you do because you love it, and there's some things you do because it's necessary. And that definitely comes down to where you're at. Like when your business is growing and new, you know, you're doing what it takes to survive. We're at a point now, it's like, okay, cool. What videos do we love making? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Love working with Gumball. Max, Lee, the whole crew there, everyone's phenomenal. The adventures we go on, the things we have planned, love doing that. Love road trips, love driving. So you'll see more of like us like just going for drives. And I know I see in the comment section you guys miss like DDE on the road. And I agree. I think there's a balance we want to get to where we can have the builds at the shop where like the video is just us building the car. And there's the videos of us just going for road trips. And I think about like, does that mean, you know, just driving around LA? No, I think it means about exploring all of the US and then international. So the idea of sending a few cars to Japan. Japan was amazing, a special part of my heart for Japan. Europe, things like that. So there's a lot of things planned, but it just comes down to is executing certain things quickly to allow us to do that. And the biggest thing is getting the cars running, all of them.